Hi, welcome to the Menopause Map Minute, the space where women in midlife come to find clarity, confidence, and calm as they navigate the wild, wonderful landscape of menopause. I'm Cynthia Penner, Menopause Health Coach and author of the Menopause Map book series. My mission is to help you understand what's happening in your body, mind, and emotions so you can walk this path feeling empowered, not overwhelmed. Here, you'll find two types of episodes to support your journey: medical minutes, short, evidence based explanations that unpack the why behind your hormones, symptoms, and shifts. And number two, mindset minutes, heart level reflections to help you reconnect with your strength, your story, and your power. Every episode gives you one clear takeaway you can understand, apply, and feel right away. So take a breath, grab your coffee, and let's walk this path together. 1 minute, one insight, and one breakthrough at a time. Today is the Medical Minute, and this is where we pull back the curtain on your hormones, your brain, and your biology so you can understand what your body is actually trying to tell you. Let's make it simple and empowering. Today's episode is all about the period puzzle. One of the earliest and most confusing signs of perimenopause is when your menstrual cycle suddenly stops playing by the rules. Maybe it shows up early, maybe it shows up late, and maybe it doesn't show up at all. This unpredictability happens because ovulation becomes inconsistent long before your period disappears for good. Your ovaries are running low on high quality follicles, and the communication line between your brain and your ovaries, the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, becomes less synchronized. Some months you ovulate, some months you don't. Some months you try to ovulate twice. This leads to cycles that feel all over the map. It's like trying to follow a recipe when half the instructions went missing and the oven keeps changing temperature. Nothing lines up the way it used to, and the result is inconsistent every time. When ovulation doesn't happen, progesterone stays low, estrogen goes unopposed, and your cycle length changes dramatically. This is why your period might arrive after 21 days 1 month and 40 days the next. All completely normal for perimenopause. So, time for a science snapshot. Irregular cycles happen because three key hormones begin to shift: your FSH, your follicle stimulating hormone. This is the hormone your brain sends to your ovaries to wake up, a follicle, and release an egg. During perimenopause, your brain releases more FSH because your ovaries are slower to respond. Hormone number two, LH, luteinizing hormone. This hormone triggers ovulation, the actual release of the egg. When LH surges are mistimed or weak, ovulation becomes inconsistent, which makes your cycles unpredictable. And third is the anovulatory cycles. These are cycles where you don't ovulate at all. When there's no ovulation, almost no progesterone is produced, which causes heavy periods, short cycles, and PMS-like symptoms that feel amplified. These changes are not your body failing, they're your body transitioning. So what does heavy, light, or spotty bleeding mean? Once cycles shift, the bleeding itself changes too. And this tells us something important about your hormone pattern. Heavy periods often mean estrogen is high, and progesterone is low. Lighter periods happen when estrogen is dropping. Spotting can occur when estrogen briefly dips or ovulation fails. Flooding or clotting signals estrogen dominance or delayed ovulation, meaning the lining built up too long. Think of your uterine lining like a garden. Estrogen waters and grows the garden. Progesterone trims and tidies it. When progesterone is low, nothing trims the growth, so the garden becomes overrun. When it's time to shed the lining, everything comes out at once. Your body isn't trying to worry you. It's giving you information about what your hormones are doing behind the scenes. Time for a science snapshot. Changes in bleeding patterns also reflect what your hormones are doing. Heavy bleeding happens when estrogen is high and progesterone is low, causing the uterine lining to grow too thick before shedding. Light periods show that estrogen is dropping, so the lining stays thin. And spotting happens when estrogen fluctuates quickly or ovulation doesn't occur. Each pattern is part of your hormonal map, showing whether you're in early, mid, or late perimenopause. So, what does irregular cycles reveal about your timeline? The changes in your cycle aren't random. They actually represent stages along the menopause transition. Early perimenopause, your cycles shorten, PMS feels amplified, yay, and moods become more sensitive. This is when estrogen spikes wildly and ovulation becomes inconsistent. Mid to late perimenopause, cycles lengthen, you skip months, bleeding patterns feel unfamiliar, your ovaries respond less, estrogen drops more often, and FSH rises to compensate. And then you've got the final stretch. You go 60 days, 90 days, sometimes 6 months without a period, then suddenly one appears. This is normal. Your ovaries are completing their transition and hormone levels are approaching a new baseline. A period that disappears for 12 consecutive months marks the beginning of menopause, not the chaos that leads up to it. Irregular cycles aren't the problem. They're the map showing you where you are in the journey. So let's wrap it up. Your period changes aren't random or alarming. They're your body's way of communicating that you're moving into a new season. This isn't loss. This is transition. Your hormones are shifting, recalibrating, and guiding you forward. The more you understand these changes, the more empowered you become to support your body with compassion, not frustration. So, your next step on the map. This week, start paying attention to your cycle length and bleeding patterns, not to control them, but to become aware of them. Awareness is the compass that carries you through this transition with steadiness and confidence. So, if this episode helped you feel seen and supported, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe so you never miss a new Menopause Map Minute. Because understanding your body inside and out is how you flourish through menopause.